Hello to my audience. This is your girl, Coach Pamela D, getting on here with a video for the word of the week. Today is a better day for me to do it. I figured it out, y'all. Thank you for supporting, subscribing, listening. Please always share with someone because I try to put out content to encourage somebody because we never know what the week is going to look like. But if it's something that you can go back and listen to and you know someone that is going through anything that I have put out in regards to the word of the week, please share. Okay? So this is going to be a short video as well because I just don't think it needs to be long videos. That comes with something else. Okay? So I have a question. Let's dive in. I have a question for you. How do you handle change? That is the question to open up this particular discussion. How do you handle change? I'll give you a minute like I always do. And then I'm going to share with you all what I wrote during my self-reflection time. And hopefully this information is helpful to you as well. Okay, here we go. So the word of the week is change. And I'm so glad that I am talking about this because this is one of the areas in my life that I struggle with. I really had a problem in this area, when it comes to my job, personal life, leadership, commitment to anything that I'm doing in the community. I like consistency. So if there's going to be a change, let it be a change for the better, not a change because you're not consistent anyway, right? So let me dive into the discussion. Hopefully, again, like I said, it will bless you. Take some of my tips, apply what works for you and what doesn't. Okay, so be it, right? So how to handle change can be very difficult. We're going to be very transparent. It can be very difficult. But I try to look at it as it being a powerful opportunity for growth, transformation, and for purpose. That has not always been easy. Okay? I used to whine. I used to be a whiner. Oh, here we go, changing things again. I used to be hurt. And I had to learn that when you work in a job, because that's where I would have my moments. When you work in a job, change is going to always happen. If the company sees that it's necessary to change, it's going to happen. What you're going to do about it in regards of how you accept that change is going to be on you. That's your responsibility. So I don't want to jump ahead because we're going to talk about that. I wrote down some tips of how to handle change. So it doesn't matter, again, if it's your personal life. It doesn't matter if it's your job. It doesn't matter if it's your personal business. It doesn't matter if it's family. It doesn't matter if it's your social group. We're going to talk about change tonight, okay? Here's one of the tips that I put down for change. Accept that change is a part of life. Understand that each season of your life, good or bad, has a purpose. Change is going to happen. Can't stop it. This is what it is. Okay? When you can accept that, you are winning. Okay? The next one is stay grounded in your faith or values. So, when things around you starts to shift, your faith will keep you focused. And pray during uncertainty. So when things are changing and you can't get a grip on it, you can't understand it, and you're wondering, okay, God, I just can't understand this right now. It's too much, it's too much, it's too much. Pray and say, God, you know what? Show me why change is happening. Show me how I can embrace it. Show me how I can be a part of it and just move on. Okay. Give yourself grace. I used to say, okay, I hear all this changing happening. How much work is that going to be on me? You're not paying me to take on all this extra. I was hurt. knowing I need to shut my mouth. But some of that stuff I would say on the inside and feel it, but then people would say, I see something on your face, Pam. And I used to be like, no, but you don't need me to say what I'm thinking, so keep going. I would say that in meetings. Like, go on about your business. I don't need to tell you what's on my mind, because you might walk me up out the door the way I feel about these changes. So, but it would show on my face. So I had to give myself grace, because change sometimes comes with discomfort, mistakes, emotional adjustment. And that emotional adjustment, baby, yeah, that was all of me. Like, I was tired. It felt like a roller coaster. Like, dang, I'm going in and out with all these changes. So being patient with myself, I had to learn that during the growth process when it comes to change. So I had to learn that. Here's another one. Focus on what you can control. There are things you can control. There are things you cannot control. And I think sometimes we often focus on things we can't control. And we get ourselves in more trouble than we realize. You can't control that thing. Why are you wasting energy and time in conversation? But here's what you can control. You can control, right? And what you are responsible for is your response to change, your attitude to change, and your action towards change. That's what we're responsible for. Anything else, we should not be wasting time. Okay? Surround yourself with support. Oftentimes, and when I say support, don't mean you need to have a lot of people. It could be your best friend on your job, best friend in your family, best friend in your social group, spouse, whatever, companion, whoever that person is. That's your support. Sometimes surround yourself with that person. Like, hey, can I bounce this idea off of you? On my job, we doing this, that, and the other. And then, bounce that off for them during this transition, right? It can help you have a more acceptable perspective on change. That person can encourage you to try this or try that. And you'd be surprised how when you listen to someone else's perspective on change, you'd be like, you know what, you're right. Oh, I was looking at it wrong. Oh, it's just not that big of a deal, So yeah, do that. The last one that I came up with, told you the video was not going to be long, is see change as preparation. What are you talking about, Pam? Glad you asked. Now, change is not meant to hurt us. It's just not. But it prepares us for the next level. And I'm all about the next level. I'm like, when God say next level, I'll be at attention. Like, what? God, we talking about next levels around here? Okay, let's level up. Okay, I'm available. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm all ears. What we talking about? So sometimes preparation is for your next level. So look at it from that perspective. And remember, doors close so that better doors can open. When one door closes, it's for another one to open. So look at it from that perspective, okay? So here's my scripture to close out this discussion. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. What do that mean? It means timing is important. The secret to peace with God is discovering and accepting and appreciating His timing. Change is about His timing. So when you move ahead of God, you can cause despair, rebellions, headaches, and heartaches. So embrace change and appreciate God's timing. Until next time, be blessed and thank you for listening.